Good afternoon. Fade to Black breaking news for this Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. Help support the show. Get your Faded Black t-shirts. We have two ways to get them. The links are below. Includes shipping. Everything is autographed. Get your Faded Black t-shirts and help support the show and the team that we have here. I also want to remind everybody we're less than 3 weeks away from Stairway to the Stars. That's right, in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the Luxor Hotel. Get your discounted tickets with your promo code below. Get over and get your tickets, and we'll see you at the Luxor Hotel. We've got 60 speakers, and including tonight, we have Richard Dolan on the show. He's going to be there. Tracy's going to be there. It's the biggest event of the year, so come and hang out with all of us at the Luxor Hotel, Stairway to the Stars. All right, let's get straight to it. On this day in history, 1867. A deal negotiated by U.S. Secretary of State William Seward for the United States purchase of the Russian colony of Alaska was approved. And on this day in 1867, the United States flag was flown over the capital, Sitka, on this day in 1867. Here's your Fader fact. It's pretty incredible, actually. 1 teaspoon of a neutron star. Okay, 1 teaspoon of a neutron star is equal to the weight of about 900 Great Pyramids of Giza. That's right. That is your, just wrap your head around that. Let that soak in. All right, let's get to the breaking news. Representative Tim Burchett, Republican of Tennessee, and other lawmakers will soon gain access to the classified SCIF room that they have been denied, where they will finally be able to look at UFO documents. According to Burchett, the focus of these SCIF briefings, which are set to begin before Christmas, will revolve around David Grush's UFO claims. Grush, a former Air Force officer and intelligence official, testified before Congress that the United States has a secret UFO retrieval program and that people have been harmed in government cover-ups of UFO technology, and that we have the alien pilots' bodies from the recovered ET craft. Finally, SCIF access. Pretty amazing. Well, it finally happened earlier today, almost 2 decades after Natalie Holloway vanished in Aruba. Joran Vandersloot, the man long suspected in her death, has confessed today to killing the Alabama teen in grisly detail. Vandersloot's confession was publicized shortly after he pled guilty in federal court today to extorting and defrauding the Holloway family. He was accused of trying to sell information about the location of Holloway's remains to her mother, Beth Holloway, in exchange for $250,000. He admitted to killing Natalie with a cinder block on an Aruban beach after she rejected his sexual advances. Vandersloot said Holloway kneed him in the crotch after he tried, quote, feeling her up, and he responded by kicking her in the face and bludgeoning her with the cinder block. He then decided to push her off into the ocean. The judge in the case said Holloway's body will never be found. He's going to serve his sentence concurrently with the sentence that he is serving now in Peru. Peru released him to the United States for this trial on the extortion charges against the towards the Holloway family. And then after that sentence is complete, he comes back to the United States to serve his sentence for the $250,000 extortion. Absolutely incredible. Finally, closure in this case. Close to 7 decades after the launch of humanity's first artificial satellite, Sputnik, Earth is surrounded by millions of pieces of space junk that could collide and cause significant damage to satellites, but most of them are too small to be monitored. Until now, a new federally funded project aims to spot and track such dangerous pieces of tiny space debris for which no technology exists yet. The latest project is being funded by the United States government's IARPA program, which is short for Intelligence Advanced Research Projects Activity. It will be the first thing to detect and characterize the tiny pieces of debris, after which technologies and algorithms will track the hazardous objects. Finally, 9,500-year-old baskets and 6,200-year-old shoes have been discovered in a Spanish bat cave. Radiocarbon dating of the woven baskets and sandals make them the oldest artifacts of their kind found in southern Europe. Archaeologists radiocarbon dated the artifacts, which are currently housed at the National Archaeological Museum in Madrid. The 76 objects, which were originally discovered by miners working inside the cave system known as Cueva de los Murciélagos, which translates to Bat Cave, in the 1800s. They were constructed using organic materials such as wood, reeds, and esparto grass, according to a study published September 27th in the journal Science Advances. Absolutely incredible. Earth was bombarded with an enormous dose of cosmic radiation more than 14,000 years ago, newly discovered tree rings reveal. And researchers suspect it was caused by an enormous superpowered solar storm, the likes of which we have never seen before. In a new study published October 9th in the journal Philosophical Transactions of the Royal Society A, Mathematical, Physical, and Engineering Sciences, that's a mouthful, researchers analyzed tree rings cut from subfossil or partially fossilized tree stumps in the French Alps. The ancient trees, which were preserved by the sediment of a riverbed, all have high levels of radiocarbon in a single year's ring dating to roughly 14,300 years ago. The storm is the biggest ever identified coming from the sun. A similar solar storm today would be absolutely catastrophic for our modern tech society. We'd be right back to the Stone Age. NASA's Parker Solar Probe has once again broken its own record for being the fastest man-made object ever. The history-making craft reached, check this, 394,736 miles per hour as it continues its mission around the sun. That's nearly 400 times faster than a fighter jet and 500 times faster than the speed of sound. It set the new record back on September 27th, but scientists have only just been able to confirm it using data sent back from the probe. The next flyby, which is expected to be its last, but also will be the fastest. The record should be broken again, which will cement its place as the fastest man-made object ever. 394,000 miles per hour. Incredible. And finally, I'll leave you with this. A third of Americans say they are spiritual, but not religious. All of this according to a poll released last Thursday by AP Nork Center for Public Affairs Research at the University of Chicago. As the number of adults who belong to a church, synagogue, or mosque has dropped, in 2021, membership fell below half for the first time in 8 decades. Religion has been replaced by spirituality. According to the poll, almost 80% believe in a God or a higher power, and around 70% believe in angels, heaven, or the power of prayer. But many Americans don't believe in organized religion. They believe in a higher power, right? They do. A third of Americans say, check this, that they are spiritual, but not religious. As the number of adults who belong to a church, synagogue, or mosque has dropped, it's religion that has become a toxic brand. Spirituality has become the term to describe all those good things, that people want to retain from religion. A sense of the transcendent first and foremost, but more generally, a vocabulary to talk about what experiences in love, in art, in nature, in meditation, or introspection. The need for these things hasn't gone away. Hedstrom, one of the writers of this poll and research, believes that finding practices or beliefs that work for people comes first. According to the poll, almost 80% believe in a God. However, around 70% believe in angels. 88% said that they had little or no confidence in religious or spiritual leaders or organized religion. The survey found that belief in karma, the idea that people's actions come back to them in this lifetime or the next, was high at 63%. Somewhat fewer, but still a majority, said they believed in hell, 58%. 56% believe in the devil. A smaller number cited yoga as their religious choice, right? And for the first time, many said that they have a sense of spiritual energy in physical objects and trust astrology and reincarnation as ways to experience religious spirituality. Americans who reported no or limited ties to religion said they found fulfillment in the outdoors, spending time with family, spending money on hobbies. That's right. Since 2016, confidence in organized religion in the United States has dropped by half. Just 10% of the respondents in the AP NORC survey said they still possess a great deal of confidence in organized religion. 10%. Around half of U.S. adults, according to the poll, do not consider themselves religious. And 68% of those say they made this choice because they just don't like organized religion. The poll, which was conducted from May 11th through the 15th, surveyed 1,680 adults nationwide. Me? Well, I'm a devoted guitarifarian. That's right. And we need your help. But remember, don't send change. It'll wake the baby Jesus. All right, there you go. There's all the breaking news that you need for this Wednesday, October 18th, 2023. Fade to Black Breaking News is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. I want to remind everybody that tonight on Fade to Black, Richard Bleepin Dolan is with us. I'll see you then. But for now, go Bagley Tappy.